Why do you think they let you go?
Because I stirred up too much.
Morning, everybody. You're not going to believe this story I'm about to tell you, and it kind of pisses me off. That's why I'm recording this first thing in the morning. The Palo Alto VA facility just fired a veteran, and it's an interesting story. We're going to get into it, for basically pointing out the fact that they were not storing food safely, and it could be harming veterans. And I want to talk about it, so let's get into it.
Low health standards. They don't care.
7 on Your Side investigates one veteran's allegations of food safety concerns at the Palo Alto VA hospital.
A veteran and Bay Area restaurateur says he was fired as a volunteer after documenting food that was allegedly unsafely stored and served to patients.
7 on Your Side.
So let me get this straight. This man is a veteran. He's trying to help out. He's volunteering his damn time. He points out safety issues, and the VA's response is to remove him. I mean, this is retaliation, plain and simple. This isn't just about food. It isn't just about safety. You know, there's a culture in the VA right now that I feel is cover your own ass. And I'm starting to get a little tired of it. Let's keep going.
Stephanie Sierra has the investigation.
This is all heightened news.
In the Bay Area food scene, everyone knows Dennis Berkowitz, most notably the founder of the Legacy Max's franchise.
Max's son. Max's Diner.
His 70-year culinary career includes opening hundreds of restaurants across the country, whether it was catering for the Department of Defense, Hotel Corporation of America,
This is the Somerset Hotel.
to being the top boss of food and beverage for the Fairmont Hotel franchise in the 1960s and later Hyatt Hotels in the 1970s, when prices for a gentleman's cut roast beef was only $7.50.
This is the restaurant we had on Pier 39.
Menu memorabilia marking each decade all over his garage. The point being, Berkowitz knows his way around a kitchen and says he holds food quality and safety to the highest standards, which is why it was unusual for a veteran of the business and a veteran of the Army to be fired from the Palo Alto VA hospital as an unpaid kitchen volunteer.
I took a
You know what? This is why veterans are really losing faith in the system right now. I mean, you do the right thing, you speak up, you say something. Obviously, this guy's got the experience. He knows what the hell he's talking about. And he basically just says, you know what? No, this is some BS, and tries to point it out. You know what? I got to tell you, let me just come a little closer to you real quick. This is whistleblower retaliation, and it's illegal. And we don't need to let stories like this die. We got to keep them in the front.
look at what they were doing, and I was very upset.
The 85-year-old former second lieutenant in the Army says he witnessed food being maintained at unsafe temperatures and alleged falsification of records from November through January last year. He says these photos he took show a few examples, like chili being stored at 95 degrees one day, 80 degrees another, and 75 degrees the next day. That's 65 degrees below the minimum requirement for storing hot food, according to the CDC. It's supposed to be at least 140 degrees to prevent bacteria.
That's the perfect incubation temperature for E. coli.
Okay, I just wanted to stop it for a minute because we can't let stories like this fade. And I did move my image over. I wanted to make sure the logo for the news showed on the TV, or well, not the TV, but the video, so YouTube doesn't try to take it down for copyright. But this is stuff like this, guys. We can't let it go. I'm begging you to not let things like this go. If you live in this area, if you live out in Palo Alto or out in California, if you know about this story, don't let it fall to the side. We got to keep protecting our veterans like this.
There are a number of bacteria that we know that could multiply at that temperature. For example, Salmonella, Listeria, E. coli.
Dr. Michael Stanton is a Cal State East Bay professor of public health. He says anywhere between 40 and roughly 140 degrees Fahrenheit is considered the danger zone, a breeding ground for bacteria.
Between those two temperatures, bacteria have a tendency to grow and multiply, sometimes doubling every 20 minutes.
Berkowitz says another example is the nacho cheese. Instead of 140 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, pictures appear to show it being stored at 92 degrees one day, then below 80 degrees another. And what he says is even worse. The burgers being stored at 121 degrees during one shift, down to 112 the next.
Certainly problematic and could lead to serious diseases.
They were falsifying the records.
The Army vet also took pictures of the sheet where cooks document the temperatures of food being stored. According to VA guidelines, it's supposed to be done every 2 hours for hot and cold food.
There was a book in the main kitchen that hadn't been filled out since September, and all the numbers are exactly the same. And it's impossible to have something 165 and 5 hours later 165.
He says,
Man, stuff like that, I mean, guys, seriously. I know that the VA's cutting some positions, but he's volunteering to try to help this kitchen out. He's volunteering at this facility. And we've got to keep eyes on this because they let him go. All he was doing was trying to make sure you were doing the right thing. He's trying not to get veterans sick. And I keep seeing stories about this, and it's called lazy. We're hiring people that won't do their job, and then they're filing complaints over and over and over again, and the VA is too damn scared to fire somebody. Let's just keep watching for a minute.
he could not even find a thermometer in the VA kitchen. 7 on Your Side reached out to the Palo Alto VA for further comment on these allegations and the images that were shared. We received the following statement saying the VA initiated an investigation in January 2025 to examine Mr. Berkowitz's allegations. After a thorough review, which included interviews with Veterans Canteen Service or VCS staff and Mr. Berkowitz, the allegations were unsubstantiated.
So we asked if any follow-up inspections took place since then. Still, no word from the VA. In fact, the agency was unwilling to give us a copy of the inspection report it claims it passed last year. So we followed up with some simple questions. How often do these inspections occur, and when do they even start? Still, no answer.
So much. That's so typical of the VA. They found nothing substantiated. We have records that were last dated a year ago. We have proof with his own thermometer. We have charts showing where somebody's just putting numbers down instead of actually doing their job. And he's the one that's going to get fired? This just, no. Anyway, we got to keep eyes on this story, folks. I want to make sure that we share it, tag the video, share it with your fellow veterans, reach out, call. I mean, there's got to be a contact number for Palo Alto VA. I know I'm going to look it up and try to reach out to him. We've got to get this man his job back because I trust him in that kitchen more than I trust the people that are lying and trying to get any of our veterans sick. And it makes me sick, and I'm going to let him finish off with his own words here. And until next time, guys, this is a little bit of a different video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Brings us back to Berkowitz.
Why do you think they let you go?
Because I stirred up too much